Hi friends! Kamusta kayo? We are still in Cambodia, specifically in Stong Trang. And it's actually a remote place where we went. Pero at this moment, we're in the city. And I'll be spending my last night here before I leave for Vietnam. I just want to share to you my journey for the past 2 months, almost 2 months na. Kasi before the, COVID epidemic boomed. So, I left the Philippines about 2 months ago, about January 20. And the threat to the COVID-19 bursted when I was in Thailand. 4 infected were recorded. Then, the first friend that I met there just came from China. And I also met with a Chinese friend of hers. So, literally, two Chinese people welcomed me. So, one of them was having a bad cough actually. But it was just due to her rhinitis, I guess. So, we went to Hua Hin, Bangkok, and then up north to Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai. So on my way up to Chiang Mai, actually my seatmate in the bus was a Korean guy, but I wasn't able to film with him. It was awkward.
Ako ngayon sa bus papuntang Chiang Mai. It's 3 p.m. here in Thailand, and then I am gonna arrive in Chiang Mai at around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. siguro. Kala ko may tao sa likod ko. Yung pala, it's a massage chair. Yan. So automatic pag nag-recline ka, it will massage your back.
So people whom I had fellowship with in Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai were some local Thai friends and Filipino friends. And then almost a month, I flew to Phnom Penh. So almost 1 month ako sa Thailand. And then I flew to Phnom Penh. I lived there in a house rented by some Filipina friends. And then I was walking or jogging around almost every afternoon. And then after a week, I took a van to Sihanoukville, where I also met other Filipino friends. And then Sihanoukville actually got popular that time because it was the only city that welcomed a Chinese cruise that was banned in a couple of countries where it tried to land on. So that time, Cambodia just have a press release of one COVID-19 case. So I went to Kampot with an Indonesian family and one Filipina friend. I also met some Cambodian friends there. It was really a nice city, and it was peaceful and livable, and the beach was nice, similar to that in Sihanoukville, with fine sand. The water is actually not that salty. I'm actually surprised. Pero I was trying to taste it, and it's not as salty as our beaches in the Philippines. So after Kampot, I had to go back to Sihanoukville and stayed there for a night. And then I stayed at a Filipina friend's home and went back to Phnom Penh. Then stayed there again for 2 nights, rolled to Krache. Well, that travel was tough actually. The van was full with people and luggage, boxes and everything. It was so hot, like around 35 to 40 degrees Celsius, but I survived. Krache is actually a nice place, but if you're an urban person, that place is not for you. So it's actually a place down the countryside, actually a riverside. So the lifestyle was simple. My favorite part actually was hopping to the other island and grabbing a bicycle to move around the whole village. And it was liberating having the scenery of trees, birds, and of course the river. So overall, Krache is a great place if you want a peaceful countryside feel. Nonetheless, the weather is very hot for this season. I think if you don't like a hot weather, this is not the right time to come to Cambodia. So after a while, the kind family who adopted me for a short period grabbed me at 2-hour van going here sa Stong Treng. It is a busy city and that what? It's so hot. Some areas was dirty, some just okay. If you are an aristocrat, this place is not for you. If you are an adventurous soul, it is perfect. I went to these like the edge place of this area. I went there with an inspiring 60-year-old woman who was living alone in her like centennial old house by the river. It's so cool. It's a simple but beautiful place, about 1 hour and a half from Stong Treng, from this city. You know what? I fell in love with the place because it was so peaceful and calm like the river. It would be actually hard to share about Jesus calming the storm when they were in that sea, because in Indochina there's no storm. So rivers are generally calm. I was entertained by the dogs playing by the river, and it was so entertaining. Monks taking a bath, men catching fishes, and then kids just enjoying their youth. Then just so quick, I had to go down to this city again. After a few days, go through the road in the middle of the forest. So some trees actually are crying for their lives because of the horrible kaingin, and it's so sad. So tomorrow I'll be going to Vietnam. I'll be leaving at 8 in the morning and praying that the Lord will continue to be with me, and I trust that He will, and that His will be done as I stay there. And of course, yung protection niya para sa atin against the threat for the COVID-19 virus. Nakakalungkot lang kasi because because most people are already in panic when we actually shouldn't. Kasi it's the first thing that will kill us, yung ating panic. We should panic less. We trust that the Lord's protection is upon us, and no virus is greater than the Lord. So we are trusting that as I go home next week, about Friday. Hopefully, my flight won't be cancelled back home to Manila. The Lord's protection will still be upon us as we stay in Manila for another week. So far, I can say that I'm healthy. I trust that I have strong lungs and strong body. My journey has really been very tiring. Yet the Lord remains to be our strength, and we trust that He will continue to be our strength. So although I've been traveling since the COVID threat was on, I do not encourage everyone to do the same. As much as possible, we stay at home and keep ourselves protected, but please don't panic. As much as possible, we stay away from public places, crowded places, and of course keep our hands clean. Always bring alcohol or hand sanitizer, or wash our hands more frequently, and try not to put your hands on your face. I know it's hard to do, but we can try. And if you feel like you're sick, just to protect others, just wear your mask. And most of all, pray always, because God is always in control, and no virus can overtake His power. So I hope to see you guys in the Philippines, if we will see each other. And God bless you always. I love you.